Ah, you finally made it. Let me guess. You're in bed, the perfect time to avoid your responsibilities. This is a dirt digging video that doubles as a sedative. Clutch that phone with its dying 53% battery. Hush now, the Mudman has a story. He stomped on a leaf. Very dramatic. Welcome to the absolute middle of nowhere. Ahead was not just any patch of dirt. It was a fancy plot of land sculpted by nature. Man versus dirt. Round 1. This is Roman. He's a city slicker who was SO over it. Completely done. The all 9 to 5 saw. Until today, he snapped and decided to go live with the squirrels. His mission: build a glorious mud hut. No more Wi-Fi, just bugs. Luckily, the ground here is basically a giant sandbox. Super soft. So he dug a hole with like zero effort. Step 1. Make a dent in the planet. He planned on pulling an all-nighter, but then the sun rudely set on him. Time to find a place to not get eaten. Maybe between these big, woody things. He gave the rope a yank. Up went the tarp. Voila, a cozy, rainproofish nest. Now, for the real work. The new digs are basically a hole. Main ingredient, wood. So he went log shopping. Only the fanciest ones would do. But just degunking the logs wasn't nearly enough. For ultimate pest protection, you gotta give the wood a good toasting. So he lit the fire pit, propped up on some dirt. The logs got a nice, fiery facial. With this one simple trick, dampness and creepy crawlies were told to buzz off. The toasted logs were planted. The dirt was as soft as tofu, which really highlights the need for a good foundation, because without a sturdy frame, you're just sleeping in a fancy grave. After all that ridiculous effort, Roman's shelter started looking like a shelter. You know the saying, sharpen the axe. Our guy gets it. After polishing his axe to a mirror shine, he charged back into the woods. He needs wood. Lots of wood. Time to get grinding. Don't be fooled by their size. Each one weighs as much as a piglet. Powered by pure muscle, he hauled them back to his crib. This wood is about to get a promotion to the glorious position of wall. The tarp's only job, keep things dry. The bee's job, we'll have to outsource that to Taiwan Display. Simple. His schedule, chop, carry, build, repeat. Slowly, the walls got a growth spurt. Now that just screams security. Remember all that leftover sand? It found a new calling in life. As premium wall gap filler. This literally cemented his position. With a rock-solid territory. This is the hottest resort in the forest. He's putting down roots. The clang and bang symphony continues. The lonely bachelor sticks are lined up. Suddenly, the roof seems easy. A moment later, the whole shelter had a brand new hat. If you follow the same method, this guy has officially peaked. His waterproofing was creative. First, a giant shiny tarp. Then, a layer of what looks like green platform shoes. From a distance, the house wore a fabulous green hat. But should it rain, he'd be perfectly dry. Next up, the entrance and interior decor. Rule 1. Make the entrance easy to use. Because coming home shouldn't feel like an extreme sport. So, he dug a sunken patio out front. Suddenly, the entrance felt palatial. Then, he slapped down some floorboards. Solid wood, naturally. Practical, with a hint of bougie. Just getting these materials was a Herculean effort. With the floor finally done, he had to build an entrance wall. After all his practice, this part was a piece of cake. After slaving away, day and night, his dream house was almost a reality. One giant leap for man cave. His body felt like it had been through a blender. But hey, it's better than endless overtime. The trees offered no advice. Roman, the one-man construction crew. He plugged every hole in sight. No draft was safe. Stuffing rocks with moss, as one does. Mosquitoes were officially uninvited. Time for a philosophical construction break. He'd ditched the concrete jungle. For this slightly muddier one, his blood pressure was plummeting. Turns out, he liked being a hermit. Then, a brilliant idea struck. Why waste a perfectly good dirt pile? Let's make it a wall. Slap some moss on it for camouflage. And presto, the house is a greater hobbit hole. You'd never know. The forest didn't just grow a house. His genius plan actually worked. Roman was smugly satisfied. But, of course, nature had other plans. Surprise, a blizzard. The world got a free coat of white paint. Faced with this, Roman was spectacularly unprepared. His shelter was still just a big, open hole. A front door suddenly became priority number one. The snow, however, was not waiting. So he wrestled a giant leaf into place. Close enough. Wind, you shall not pass. But inside, it's still an icebox. A problem only fire can solve. Good thing he'd saved some premium stove parts. Now, just snap this tiny furnace together. Because in this ridiculous cold, a man needs a fiery friend. As for firewood, not an issue. The leftover scraps from construction will burn all night long. The little flame gets its crackle on. Success, we have smoke. He quickly grabbed some fresh chicken blood and popped it in the kettle. Time for a lovely pot of hot the good life. The fire's still roaring. And just like that, it's night. Roman whips up some dinner. Tonight's special, fried potatoes and a chicken thing. It's not fancy, but it fills the void. And that's a wrap on today. After a while, in his shoebox house, Roman realized a fatal flaw. It was dark. So, without a word, he punched a hole in the wall. A perfect spot for some wild glass. Let there be light. Now, about those doorknobs and tiny tables. These little doodads. Roman made them when he was bored, bringing junk back to life. But the upgrades weren't done. He had a master plan. It snowed. His yard became a mud pit. So he whipped up a fancy awning. Frame up, planks on top. Instant curb appeal. Basically a tiny mansion now. Aside from the daily grind, Roman kept upgrading his a little fix here, a little fix there. Some people chase the city chaos. Roman just wants a nice porch. Hey, there's no right way to live. Your zen is where you find it.